question what they did wrong. Hence, it's a form of emotional abuse. Number 3. It denotes rejection. Do you hesitate to reach out for their hand? Does it feel like there's a good chance of being turned away, or even made to feel ashamed of the effort? During an argument, it's easy to justify your cold shoulder. It might seem like a good de-escalation tactic. But, in reality, it's exacerbating the problem. The silent treatment serves to deny partners basic communicative needs, and therefore the person on the receiving end may feel rejected, especially if there's a physical aspect.
That fat bitch isn't supposed to be in that unit.
Withholding of physical contact
And they called the police on me.
Make the partner doubt the stability of your relationship. Number 4. It instills self-esteem issues. Have you begun to constantly criticize yourself? Are you apologizing for every little thing? A cold shoulder is a very active way of demeaning someone and telling them that they're worthless, regardless of the intention. It invalidates their opinions, thoughts, and emotions. This, in turn, can reduce anxiety and reduce self-esteem. A study from the University of Sydney shows that repeated ostracization can lead to the development of depression, eating disorders, and even suicide. Number 5. It produces physical pain. Do you often feel physical discomfort? Scientists have shown that when you experience the silent treatment, the anterior cingulate cortex, a region that distinguishes levels of pain, becomes activated. As a result of someone's cold shoulder, you may experience digestive issues, headaches, or aches in your back or joints. And number 6, it destroys relationships. Communication has been called the fuel that keeps the fire of your relationship burning. The silent treatment often denotes an inability to communicate and low emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence lends a relationship with the sensitivity to figure out when something is wrong and resolve it, rather than climbing the high horse.
Positive characteristics that we might possess. Imperfection abounds everywhere. It's part of our intrinsic nature. And telling ourselves that we would be happier if we could just fix them is not a path you want to go down. So, for example, if you feel you're overweight, it's...
Just cool down. You can say something like...
We'll talk in a minute about how this works. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to have the assistance of counsel for defense. So if the police interrogate or arrest you, ask you to alert what charges you claim to search your right.
Describe your experiences? Or did any of these points describe you?
Not because these police must have clear facts or evidence to believe you're involved in criminal activity. In other words, an officer's hunch without evidence of illegal activity is not enough to search you or arrest you. But it doesn't take much. Most avoidable police search.
Almost prison body. He's rotting down there.
From my experience, that you enjoy shelter, that you have relatively good health and many other things. It is a natural disposition of ours to turn a blind eye to the things that we already have and focus solely on the things we wish we could have. You get the life partner of your dreams, for example, but once you're in a relationship, let's make your dreams accept yourself, the whole world that accepts you. One of the core teachings of Taoism is to let go of the need to fight against our own nature, against our own flaws, and accept ourselves for who we are. According to Taoism, when we learn to accept
diseases, you may feel your health vanished. Witnessed her father, Ptolemaic wealth, get overthrown and banished by her elder sisters. Berenice emerged as the leader of the rebellion and had her other sisters imprisoned, and her own husband murdered as a security. This extreme violence on one of her old victims published in December, and 4 years later, Lola Montes of Ireland get the throne for herself. In 41 BC, she would use the same tactics on Markham. She was able to reduce both of these very powerful and dangerous men with her cast box, doing exactly what she wanted to do. And let's have this line. However, there is an additional lesson for her. King Ludwig of Bavaria, who felt compelled to help Lola. Yet, for example, the would object of desire and making her woman fall in love with he was inexperienced in the art of love. He confided in the infamous courtesan of 17th century France, Yvonne de Rincon, to instruct him on how to seduce a difficult young man. In association with Lola Montes, King Ludwig said that he was bewitched by by Lola. Lola was an unstable, incurable, and infectious character type. This is not to say that these characteristics are only restricted to women. This is to say that there are some people whose emotions are so powerful that they infect the very soul of the people that they touch. How to recognize an infector? They draw they have a turbulent past. They have a long line of broken relationships. They have an unstable career. They have a forceful character that sweeps you up and makes you lose reason. They have a desire to destroy and unsettle, and is chronically dissatisfied. They have great effect on the world around them. And what do you do when you meet one? Don't argue with them. This is part of
Shut up, homeless prison body.
Don't try to help them.
Shouldn't you be exposing your niece's home to sell drugs?
Flee the infector's presence or suffer the consequences. Learn to fear the power of infection. The risk of associating with infectors is that you will waste valuable time and energy trying to free yourself. Through a kind of guilt by association, you will also suffer in the eyes of others. On the other side of the spectrum of infectors are those people who attract happiness through their good cheer, natural buoyancy, and intelligence. They are a source of pleasure, and you must associate with them to share in the prosperity they draw upon themselves. All positive qualities can affect us, but taking advantage of the emotional side of this osmosis may be difficult. Now I put down 5 ways to affect positive change through your associations. If you are miserly by nature, associate with the generous and they will infect you, opening up everything that is tight and restricted in you. Only generous souls attain greatness. If you are gloomy, gravitate to the cheerful. If you are prone to isolation, force yourself to befriend the gregarious. Never associate with those who